Hi, my name is Vanda Wisser. My mother was Vanda Wisser, the daughter of Lithuanian immigrants to the United States. My grandfather was Liudvikas Buivydis. My grandmother, Victoria Šimkutė, yes, etc. And also my great-grandfather, Adomas Buivydis, was an immigrant, as well as his brother. They settled first in Sheboygan, where the family great-grandfather had a tavern. And then my grandfather moved with his wife, Victoria, that he met here, to Port Washington, Wisconsin, and opened a tavern there. What else? Sorry.
So where we are standing now?
Oh, we are standing in Immaculate Conception Cemetery. Immaculate Conception Church was originally founded in Sheboygan, Wisconsin by Lithuanian immigrants, first wave. There are very few second wave Lithuanians in this area. The majority came first wave to work in local factories. Many of them opened taverns and restaurants and businesses. One of the main things that I remember growing up was hearing a lot of them had their own butcher shops. So butcher shops and taverns. The church was originally founded by Lithuanian immigrants. It was at another location here in Sheboygan on the north side of town. I think they outgrew that church, and many Lithuanians mixed in with other parishes, and they moved the church to the south side of Sheboygan in the 60s. It's a very modern church. And again, Lithuanians mixed and blended in with the other European immigrants of the area, etc. But this cemetery has always belonged to the church and has many Lithuanians buried here.
So you are quite unique among descendants of first generation of first wave Lithuanian immigrants to America, in that you have visited Lithuania itself many times.
Yes.
Both before and after the independence, restoration. So I would like to ask, how did you see Lithuania, and how did you see the changes that affected Lithuania?
Thank you for asking. My first trip was in 1989, and it was still very, very Soviet. My impression of Lithuania, as the other Baltic states and Russia itself, was that it was gray and grim and sad and non-functioning. But Lithuania was beautiful. I came in by bus from Latvia. It was beautiful because to me it looked just like Wisconsin. It had the same greenery, etc. But again, the overwhelming memory that I have of it was just people not being happy, but I was so glad to be in my homeland, my grandparents' homeland. That was 1989. My next trip back was probably in 1991, and already the Soviets were gone and things were beginning to change, and I could already see a difference in things being more functional, more open, people being more friendly. And I've been lucky enough to be back probably 6 or 7 times since then, and every single time it's like going to a new place with how many changes have been made. I did, on one of my trips, meet and marry a man from Vilnius, and with hope to spend our working careers here in the States, earning money and retiring in Vilnius. We eventually got divorced, but we are still in touch, and I still think of it as a wonderful, lucky experience to have met and known someone so well. His family is from Šiauliai, so I have met his parents, gone to the Hill of Crosses. At another time, I was very lucky to meet a group of Lithuanian-Americans of my generation here in Sheboygan who had never been to Lithuania and wanted to go, and meet their family for the first time, and they got a group of 9 people together, and we all went to Marijampolė and met their families. So my most recent trip was in January of this year, my first time in winter, and I loved it again because it reminded me so much of Wisconsin. And now it's such a world-class city, maintaining so much of the beautiful history and architecture, but also the technologies and the service industry, and especially your internet, are just incredibly wonderful.
So one last question: as you married a person from Lithuania
Yes.
itself, and you are Lithuanian-American from first wave,
Mhm.
so what were cultural differences you encountered in that marriage?
I think the main one that came up very, very often was his reminding me as I went shopping by myself. I went to Ike, and I'm trying to remember, instead of shopping was to put away my American face. That big open smile, hi, 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 hi. Put that away, and people will think you are crazy. And my friends thought he was a little cold or cool, but he really wasn't once you got to know him. It was just the way you carry yourself in public was different, but more and more they are panaches, I think.
Thank you.